Hey everyone, welcome to my channel where I talk about depression, anxiety, all sorts of day-to-day problems and things that I'm going through, hopefully so that other people can relate to it as well. It's been a long while since my last update. Oh boy. Um, yeah, probably like half a year or something. It's a Monday morning right now, like Monday at noon, and I'm literally on break at work, and I decided, you know what, I can't put this off anymore. Um, yeah, so this is going to be my setup for a while. I have a new mic I'm using, so hopefully that sounds a lot better. I have not been doing too great the past couple months, but things are getting better, thankfully. I switched antidepressants. Um, uh, so I so ever since 2017, September 2017, I've been on escitalopram, which is an antidepressant medication, and I was on that for about a year, and then my doctor decided to double the dose essentially, and I tried that out for a few months, and it didn't seem to be working as efficiently as my psychiatrist thought, so he decided to transition me to a new one. And this new one, I kept putting it off for a while. I was like, I don't know if I want to try it. I was really, really reluctant to change medications. I didn't know why. Um, a part of me was scared that, like, there's people out there, obviously, who, excuse me, people out there who try different medications and nothing works for them. And I had this like fear in my mind, like, what if no medications work? Like, what if nothing works? And I didn't want to. I don't know how that would change things, right? But I just wanted to see for sure if escitalopram was right for me. And anyway, eventually I decided, it wasn't, and so I decided to change. And that transition, oh my god, yeah, I hadn't experienced anything that bad before in my life, and I am. I don't think I'm exaggerating. Uh, Unless there's just past experiences which I'm blocking out completely. That was, I think, for a period of about 2 or 3 weeks, maybe 2 weeks. That was some of the worst depression I've ever had. Just complete like numbness, and it was so hard to to do anything. Everything just felt heavy. But even if I listened to music, none of it would be any meaningful to me. It wouldn't give me any pleasure. I had a few moments at work where I almost had a meltdown. I was like, I don't know what's going on. Like I was trying to feel something and I couldn't feel anything. I would like cycle through songs on YouTube to try to like lift my spirits and nothing was working, and I would overthink it and think, "Oh my gosh, like what's going on with me?" I texted the crisis line like 3 to 4 times. And uh yeah, in my head I kind of knew, I put two and two together. I thought, well, I just came off of this other medication and I'm starting this new one, so it has to be due to that. So I think if it weren't for my rational knowledge that it's because of these factors, I would have probably, um, I don't know what would have happened, but that was the one thing that kept me going. That and essentially trying to take things one moment at a time, like literally 1 minute, 1 hour at a time. Uh, yeah, that was really tough, and so I that happened, or over the period of, I don't remember when it was, in February or March, and it's April now, and I definitely feel a lot better, and I've been on this new medication for about a month, and so I went to see the psychiatrist after the first few weeks, and I told him all about my symptoms, and I said, I think I was having these side effects, and man, I want to know other people's thoughts on this, because I know there's a difference between counselors and psychiatrists, and I know that counselors are the ones really doing the talk therapy with you, and they're the ones who kind of, uh, you know, they're the ones who are probably better with words and show the empathy and compassion and whatnot. But if you're a doctor, shouldn't you have those qualities too? Like, am I wrong to think that, even if your job is only to write prescriptions, which is the job of the psychiatrist, they're not really there to do talk therapy with you. I don't think they are, at least. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know. At least mine wasn't. I don't know. There was something about the. It was just interesting. I told him about all this stuff and how numb I was, and I was having all these terrible thoughts, even suicidal thoughts. And not to alarm anybody watching this, I'm not suicidal, but I had thoughts, and there's a difference between having thoughts and having an intent. It's a very different thing. And from a past experience, to a counselor I went to one time, I was having thoughts, and I told her about it, and she said it's absolutely normal to have suicidal thoughts. It happens when we're feeling overwhelmed. So if you're watching this, if you've experienced that, or if you experience it currently, just remember, like, it's okay. It's totally okay to be having suicidal thoughts. It doesn't mean anything bad about you. It just happens. Also, if you're depressed, it's really likely to happen. So that was happening to me. Obviously, I was taking it with a grain of salt, but it was uncomfortable. But I told him all this stuff, and when I told it to my psychiatrist, he was like, "Oh yeah," like he was just nodding, like, "Yeah, it's normal," or like, "Well, it's good, you're getting better now." But I guess it's weird. I expected a little bit more of empathy. I expected a little bit more of some emotional reassurance. I kind of had to do the reassuring there myself. I had to infer that because he was not reacting much, that things were okay, So maybe a little bit of a learning lesson there that, counselors and psychiatrists aren't perfect either. So they're just people, and who knows, I might switch to somebody else, which is also an important thing to consider. It's not the end of the world if you have a counselor that is not that good. You can always switch to another one. You will find a good match. It might be a little difficult. So that's a bit of a ramble about my life. I hope I've kind of someone's been able to relate to this just right now. I mean, if you're feeling bad or if you're feeling numb, I can totally relate, and it sucks. It's terrible. For those of you who don't know what it feels like, it's just awful. I've pushed away so many friends over the past couple of months. It's been so hard for me to just make plans with people, and it's not personal at all. It's just you just get so self-absorbed, right? When you're down, you get so self-absorbed. The biggest things that have been keeping me going are my hobbies, my art, the projects I'm doing with my brother and my friend, and thankfully the fact that I'm at work, that I have something to do, to wake up to every single day. But even with that, man, oh my gosh, even with that, those couple weeks when I was going through those side effects, those were awful. I didn't even know how I was going to get through the day. I didn't even know how to get through those hours. Just imagine that for months on end, which some people do have, right? Yeah. I'm going to be doing these more frequently. I'll probably be getting a new camera, which is really exciting. And I'm going to try and edit them less. I want to express myself more, on the fly and not try to plan it out too much. And let me know what you think. Let me know if you want me to make another video. I'm going to be doing another one on meditation probably, and on mental health of men, men's health. Probably a better way of phrasing that. Men's mental health. I'm going to do a video on that because it's an important topic to me. Anyway, happy Monday. Bye.